Do you enjoy buttery Chardonnay? You wouldn't be alone. Chardonnay is hands down the most popular white wine produced in the world, and the predominant style we see out in the market today is that ripe, oaky, and buttery style that so many people love. So if you ever wondered where that buttery aroma and flavor comes from, well, this video is for you. This is Wine 101, Malolactic Fermentation. Hi, I'm Reggie Norito, here to teach you more about wine one sip at a time. In this video, we're going to look at malolactic fermentation, what it is, what it does, and its impact on wine's aroma and flavor. So what do you say we do this? In its simplest terms, the buttery component you are smelling and tasting is called diacetyl. Diacetyl is a byproduct of malolactic fermentation. So, you might ask, what is malolactic fermentation? Well, malolactic fermentation or malolactic conversion is a winemaking term used to describe the process where tart malic acid, think lemon juice, is converted to a softer, rounder lactic acid, think milk. This happens naturally in many, but not all wines made from around the world. So why don't we look at the process? Malolactic fermentation begins towards the end of alcoholic fermentation. A lactic acid bacteria called Enococcus ini. For the rest of this video, I'll just refer to it as ML bacteria. It's easier. This bacteria, which can be found in trace amounts on the grape skins, but is most readily transferred to the grape must through winemaking equipment, such as grape presses, destemmers, and oak barrels, this bacteria begins to multiply. As the population increases, it changes the molecular makeup of tart malic acid and converts it to that softer lactic acid. The byproducts of this conversion are carbon dioxide, heat, and of course diacetyl, that buttery compound that so many people look for in New World Chardonnay. Now, malolactic conversion can happen naturally, which is typical in most red wine production, but it's not as common in white wine production. That's why winemakers who want that buttery character in their Chardonnay can do so by adding commercially available ML bacteria powder. Now, some of you might be wondering that if red wine goes through ML conversion, why doesn't it exhibit that buttery character? Well, it's because red wine has different aromatic, flavoring, and structural compounds. ML conversion makes red wine show brighter fruit flavors and slightly lower acid levels. Another question might be that if malolactic conversion occurs naturally, why introduce it manually by the adding of the ML powder in white wine production? Well, when it is allowed to convert naturally, it tends to work slowly and erratically. If a winemaker is looking to add that buttery, creamy component and is looking to do it more consistently in a shorter time frame, the use of commercially made malolactic bacteria makes more sense. Manually introduced ML bacteria tends to work more uniformly and at a faster conversion rate. Of course, the winemaker has to be judicious in its use. Too little, then the wine shows more nutty characteristics than the preferred buttery component. Too much, and it can go into overdrive and give you a wine that would give off a vinegary aroma. Again, commercially introduced ML bacteria is much easier to control so that the winemaker can reach their intended result. So, there you have it. The next time one of your friends asks you about that butter aroma and flavor in that next glass of Chardonnay, you can tell them where it comes from. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll press the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos just like this, I hope you'll press subscribe. Thanks again. Peace out.